Hello, everyone. Uh, it's been a while here,
Yeah.
and I'm sure we're all doing fine. Thanks for the likes and your comments. Thanks very much. Today we are here on different topic, but fine, still within our um, our aim and objective of uh, this intentional whole thing. And the topic today is marriage is not like marriage is not like everything we're talking about today is centered on what marriage is not. I know you don't. A lot of us came into marriage with and is still coming into marriage and will still come into marriage with some funny mindsets, and those mindsets are what is causing a lot of issues today.
Yeah,
Yes, those ones are what's making marriage not work, leading to divorces, leading to husband and wife living like cat and rat in the home, separations, leading to making children lose focus, not knowing what they even want for themselves and who they are, and how they like and how they like and how they likes. So today, we want to be talking about what marriage is not. So
yeah. So the video is for both singles and married.
yeah,
And
both men and women.
marriage, oftentimes we enter marriage with an assumption. This assumption of marriage is this actually the reality don't come until you enter marriage.
Yeah.
There is this ecstasy in wedding that you don't find in marriage. And I remember Sarah Jakes talking one day, and one of her books, that she said at some point she and her husband lost the butterfly in their marriage. Like they lost this feeling of love. You know that feeling of butterfly running in your stomach when you see your boyfriend. That the two of them decided, oh no, we have to bring the butterfly
back to their home.
Back to it. So marriage. So today we'll talk on marriage. What marriage is not. So let's start with saying marriage is not a place of expectations.
I think before we even start that, there is this common saying we do see that marriage is spiritual.
Yeah,
I know
yes.
those that have been following this channel will know that that has always been one of those things we say most of the time.
Yes.
Marriage is spiritual, and psychology can't work for it. No matter how you try, even if you are the best in the whole psychology stuff, it can't work for it, because anything that is being created by God is it's spiritual, and it must be handled spiritually, must not lose the touch of spirituality, and must not even lose spirituality in sense.
You can't afford to lose the spirituality, even if we have to employ some level of human relationship and all that. You cannot leave God, because even in human relationships, it's God that makes you understand it. Because people are of diverse
opinion and lives. Yes. So now, based on all this we've just said, what is marriage not?
Like I said, it's not a place of expectation.
Yeah. You know, I think the first thing
is the serious thing we want to shake.
No, but seriously, we need to shake the table. I think the first thing here is don't go with any expectation, because I've noticed that this is the cause of most problems.
Yeah.
For example, I thought my husband was meant to care for me, love me, was meant to treat me like was meant to be like a father to me. I lost my father when I was quite young, was meant to be like a father to me, was meant to represent this figure of father in me. I think
I never had a brother
you know, all those kind of things. I think the first thing
never
is
had a home.
You get my parents, my dad and my mom, they separated, so I don't even know what a home is all about. So my husband must be the type that's ready to give me all of those. I think the first thing is drop every expectation. Now, we are not saying that this person will not do all of this, but don't have it at the back of your mind.
You'll be disappointed.
Yes, don't have it, because you don't know what the person is coming into. You don't know what the brother or the sister you know,
is bringing. Okay, it's like just like you being the husband, me being the wife, and you are coming with an expectation of you need a mother, and I'm coming with an expectation of I need a father, and the two of us jam. Who will be the husband and wife?
Because at the end of the day, the person you are wanting to be the father, will be waiting for
you to be the mother,
and you that you are waiting for the person to be the father will be waiting for him to be the father. So
mother,
is it making sense?
it's not
drop
a place
all
of
expectations. Don't go with anything. Just go with this mindset of God, you send me on this thing,
On an
on an assignment,
yes.
and I am going. You know, I go in their minds. Don't go with any expectation.
Strength.
Because, you know, and if along the line this person is loving and caring, you'll be surprised.
Yeah.
It will be sweet. Like, it will be interesting to you.
Yeah.
It will be something like, it will wow you, you know. Because, but if you have a lot on your mind and this person is going with this, and this person is just being caring in his own little way or own little way, you'll be wondering, this is not what I was looking for. This is what my father used to do now. So what is the different thing that you want to do? Or this is what my mother used to do now. So what's that different thing that you want to do? It won't make you appreciate the little effort this person is putting into it. So go with no expectations.
Innocent partner is putting it. Then I want to really make an emphasis on expectation of courtship or dating and your previous relationships. So that you dated or you had a courtship with A and he buys you gifts, he washes your feet, and it did not work for the two of you. Then you met B that does not seem to have an expressive emotion, and you have an expectation like, oh yeah, you must be like this person.
Exactly.
Or the period of your courtship, the person is caring, is loving, and you just got married. I mean, every man relaxes after marriage. So just gets into marriage.
Because already it's to paint this picture of, at least I've gotten what I want.
Yes, so we are married.
That may not be what they have up there though. But
yes, but there's a calmness they have, there's a relaxation they have. Now I'm with my wife.
Yes.
So even if those period of courtship, you go to his house or he comes to your house, he pounds yam with your parents and you got married, it's not pounding the yam. Sister, brother, let's marry, you're married. Drop your expectation and start the work.
Let's just start it.
Yeah, let's start the work.
Yeah, so next one.
We have a marriage is not for the lazy. It's not for the lazy. It's a place of hard work. It's a place of continuous hard work.
You know, I saw Ayokwe's video. They call them Ayokwe. This YouTube stuff, you know, and they wrote a book on marriage is hard. They now cancelled it. Now wrote easy. You know, and I was like, what could this be? You know, one of those things, like I would love, because I love reading books like that. Like, I want to know the contents in this book. But meanwhile, while I was doing that, the Holy Spirit made me understand that marriage, that everything needed you to work.
Yes.
Now,
every good thing
needed you to
before
work.
Before you see the good of anything, you have to
invest into it.
Yes.
Like, for example, now, if I want to break a mountain into two, and I have this impression that I will break this mountain. I will break this mountain. Even if it's looking like it's hard. For the fact that I already have this impression of, until I break this mountain, I am not living. Sincerely speaking, it's going to be easy.
Yeah.
Because mindset actually has a way of affecting whatever we do.
Yes.
Sincerely speaking, marriage is work. And it's actually hard work.
Hard work. Not just work.
Not just hard work.
Continuous hard work, consistent hard work, intentional hard work.
So how easy you want it to be now depends on you.
Yeah, that's what I feel. The book you're talking
about,
like, the hard work is there.
It's there.
But when you do it,
so I guess that was why they wrote that out. Now,
yes, when you do it comes easy.
When you have a positive mindset around it, when you have this mindset of, I am on assignment, you know. She was asking me that this my assignment, sent I am on assignment thing. Like, if you have this mindset of I am on assignment and this thing will just work. I'm not doing this alone. I did not send myself here. There's someone I'm accountable to, which is God. And you have some certain mentality. You have some certain mindset around. There's a way it gets easy for you.
Yes.
Even if it is work, because it is work. And a lazy woman, a lazy man.
Cannot make it up. I think the hard work we are talking about is not just putting house together, making a show. I mean, making the two of you come to same ground.
If it is putting house together, cleaning the house, that should be easy now. But that is not it though. Any other person can help you figure that out now.
Yes,
you can just find your way around it. But, you know, studying a whole human being, like sitting back to take time to study yourself, that's actually the work.
Yes.
giving birth to children and sitting back to watch them and nurture them through the help of God and see them grow into who God has in mind for them, not what you have in mind. I think that's actually the work that you understand. But there's way the grace of God makes it easy though. But the truth is,
we have to do it.
It's work. Just as like salvation is work. Oh.
Yes.
Like you earn your salvation.
Pastor Mike Todd said, it's every fundamental thing, it requires practice, consistency,
and preparedness.
Something like that. You have to keep doing it. So it does not exclude marriage.
It does not.
If you want a good result from it,
does
you have
not.
to just put. I think that was why maybe we should just use the scripture that a particular tree was not bringing forth fruits when Jesus was passing.
And the master wanted to
another year
bring it down,
tilling,
tilling around it, and the truth is, even if you are born again, for you to be born again and to remain born again, it requires your consistency, your determination, your discipline, and all of those things. You for those that really know what they are doing as far as being born again
grace
is concerned,
is there.
Sure.
Grace is there, but you have to put it to work.
Yes, you have to. So just like that.
I think sometimes when the scripture, most times when the scripture reminds us of what Christ has done for us, like Paul making an emphasis on what Christ has done for us, it's so that we can bring it to light.
Yes.
So that we can bring it out.
So that is it. It's not for lazy man. Just as working with God is not for the lazy. There's a space for laziness in the Bible. God said it's a sin.
Yes.
So just as working with God is not meant for the lazy. So marriage is not meant for the lazy.
It's not a place. It's not an emotional field.
It's not an emotional.
It's not an emotional field. It's a place of balancing.
Yes.
You balance your emotion. You must be able to balance your mind. You must be able to balance who you are. It's a place of continuous growth. It's a place of consistent what do I want to say? It's a place consistent coming out better every day, by and by. So it's not an emotional place. It's not an emotional field. Yeah, it's not where you begin to love. You dance in your mood swing.
It's not.
I know.
I am sure that that 2 Corinthians chapter that we're talking about.
Yeah.
That 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 5 that talked about putting everything under the control of the Holy Spirit. I'm sure that it's an emotional scripture that is meant for emotional stuff,
like
because
putting your emotion in check.
Because the truth of the matter is, it's not like emotions will make you emotion will want to create a feed for itself, but you would personally determine within yourself, because a lot of things are capable of making you feel down.
Yes.
A lot of things are
even when you are doing the hard work, you have the tendency to feel down. So you just have to remember it's not a place of emotional.
A lot of things. It's not an emotional field. What do we mean by emotional field? Place where your emotions be tossing to and fro, tossing to. Okay, so it's not a place where you just today anger will push you here, tomorrow happiness will push you there, next tomorrow unforgiveness will push you to the front. It's not an emotional field. You must have this ability to be able to.
Your emotion should not be the ball.
You should determine. You should determine what happens to you, how it happens to you, where you are going, how it gets to you, and what is expected of you from what you are doing at that point in time. So it's not an emotional feed. It's not at all. It's not.
And we also have it's not for selfish people.
Yes, so
not for self-centered.
Marriage is not for selfish people.
It's not. If
in fact,
you want to work, it's
not for selfish people.
For
me, I even think For me, I even think consider the person first, because
yes, ma'am.
Because for me, this is the way it works. Consider this person. If I consider you first, you consider me first. At the end of the day, it's going to balance. I consider you, consider me.
Yes.
So in the process, when I consider you, you consider me. It won't be like when I'm considering myself and the other person just considering himself. Does not work that way.
Now, one day I my principle of life is considering others. Yes, and I think I brought that to marriage. So when at start I wasn't really understanding it, I just wanted to understand this person I'm married to. Now, for a while I was thinking about that process, because I want to understand, does it really speak well? Is it mentally sane? Does it help my mentality? Does it help my mind? Is it positive mindfulness? So I saw Dr. Caroline Leaf had an interview with someone, and she was saying that when you understand how others are healing, when you understand how others are hurting, it helps you to understand how you are hurting. It helps you to know yourself. It helps you to discover yourself. You know, and the Bible says that does the Bible say something like that before I say something wrong? Like praying for others. It makes you, when you want, okay,
now talked about Job.
Yeah, the moment you
when Job
pray
was
for
in the situation, yes, and Job was focusing more on others than even himself. Yes, and at the end of the day, based on that, yes,
he was justified.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think the major thing here is try not to be selfish. Marriage is not for selfish. In all ways,
prayer, spirituality.
Don't be selfish.
Everything.
Don't be selfish. In care, itself. Don't be selfish. Just try as much as possible to consider your partner first before considering yourself.
I think it is selflessness that helps Apostle Wigglesworth's wife to gain him to Christ.
To himself. Yeah, because if going by what that man did to his wife, she was meant to just leave him and let him go and say, I have accepted Jesus and I am dying with Jesus, and just remain like that and not minding whatever happens to him. But she was consistent.
Yes,
even with all of those reactions it was giving to her, all of those attitudes it was portraying to her that should have dampened her spirit and her work with God. But she was still pushing, because she has this mindset of, I must own you to Christ. I must bring you to Christ, no matter what the situation may be. She was so selfless. Days of sleeping outside, days of not eating, days of abuse, verbal abuse, and all of that. But she remained.
I also want to add that it takes selflessness for a marriage to work. Considering the fact that the husband has to love, the wife has to submit.
Respect. Submit. Respect.
It takes selflessness to love. To love who is not respecting you. It takes selflessness to respect who is not loving you. Because
love and sacrifice, they are brothers and sisters.
You can't love when you can't sacrifice. For God so loved the world that He sent His Son. That's a sacrifice. Then we have here also love. Is not a place of self-discovery, and I think we need to explain that, because it might look like, what are you saying? Are you saying we can't discover ourselves in marriage? The primary place of self-discovery is not marriage. It's not marriage. Don't pack your load inside marriage to be discovering
those
yourself.
Baggages.
And the funny is that people don't really pack their load into marriage to go and discover themselves. They just enter it. And when there is a need for that discovery, when there is a need for what do you have, it's now start discovering yourself. So that's marriage.
They not start discovering themselves. Some people not even discover themselves. Some people not even discover even in the peak of that problem. Some people still not discover themselves. Some people, you be wondering, some people be saying, hey, what am I doing wrong now? What am I doing wrong now? I have tried all my best. This man, I will take care of him. This woman, I will give her money. I will do this. What else do you want? Those kind of mindsets.
Husband shifting the responsibility of making the home work to the wife, and the wife shifting to the husband. That's selfishness.
So we're talking about the.
It's not a place. It's not a place of self-discovery.
Yes. Whatever you are doing in marriage, or whatever you should be doing in marriage, should be what you have been practicing as a single.
To be part of you. I think I wrote here that it exposes how far you have worked on yourself. Marriage will expose how far you have worked on yourself, and it will bring you to how far you need to work on yourself.
More on yourself.
So that is why marriage is not a place of self-discovery.
And you know that marriage exposes. It exposes both your good and your bad, your shortcomings. It has a way of exposing it.
How far have you gone? It's like a toll gate.
Yes,
how far have you gone?
Yes, it has a way of exposing it. So that's why I used to want. That's why I used to wonder, some people that just want to marry, they just want to marry. Well, it's good though, it's very good. But the truth of the matter is, when it looks like it's not forthcoming yet, don't just sit back.
Discover yourself.
Just keep working on yourself. See, you cannot discover yourself. You cannot finish the discovering of your person.
Of course.
You can't. The both of us were talking one day. There was a slight what's it called, stuff that came up, and okay, then we have to go back to book that had to do with temperament or so. So she now sent a particular page to, a particular part of that page to me. And when I read it, I was like, wait, I kept feeling like I've not even
I don't even know myself.
like that day and that was like exactly how I felt. I felt like, do I even know myself? And so far so good. I know that I've taken time to do some discovery about myself, but
I think there was a foundation. That's why it's very easy for you to
have a
fundamental basic thing. That's why it's easy for you to shift.
Because if you don't discover yourself before you get married, and you put on some certain funny
attitude,
attitude,
busy. It's an hard work for you not to enter it without discovering yourself. It's an
because my own is just so serious, because if you say, okay, this thing, I just want to be married though, and I know that things will fall into place when I get married, don't be too sure. Don't be too sure that it's going to fall into place. And if you don't know yourself, then it will be difficult for you to know who your partner is.
Yeah.
It will be very hard for you to know who your partner is.
Now imagine you have discovered yourself to an extent, your partner have discovered himself to an extent, and coming together
yes,
is going to be a bomb.
Perfect now.
It's going to be a bomb.
Perfect.
And we also have here that marriage is not a place of healing traumatic experiences.
Yeah.
Yes, we need to find healing before we enter marriage.
Yes.
Because marriage is a place of hard work. Now imagine someone that has a wound and now enter marriage that she needed to carry a keg, just an illustration, she needed to carry a keg of water. She will get tired, she will get, okay, for instance, I have a fracture and I enter a room called marriage and I needed to carry a keg of water with that fractured hand, with that fractured emotion, and I needed to make a home, I needed to make a marriage, and there's going to be a breaking, so it's not a place of healing traumatic experiences. If you have had a rape experience, if you have had rejection, if you have had disappointment, if there was a betrayal, that marriage you want to enter is not where you needed to find your healing. Find your healing, at least to an extent, before you enter it.
And when you talk about healing, really, if you're addicted to sex, you needed to be healed.
Yes.
Because you shouldn't hide under the canopy of, let me get married, at least I know I'll be free to be having sex. The truth is, you will not be free of having sex. So you'll be having sex and you still have it outside. Because there will still be this part of you not being satisfied.
Yes.
So you need to stay back and deal with that part of you. Be healed of it. Be free from it. For some people, they have issues with mood swing, and what they will tell you is, once I get married, my husband will put a smile on my face. The husband will make me happy. The husband, you don't even know what is shocker. The husband, you don't even know what is. You don't know what is battling with yet. So you sit back and get healed. Because healing is not just this random thing.
It's a process. You just have to start somewhere.
So just start. Talk to yourself and be sincere to yourself, and just get this healing from every point you think you needed to get it from that is healthy.
And I also want to talk in terms of your partner. If you are married, there are some things that I think we have to come back for that video anyway. There are some things that we need to understand about marriage. Like, what do I mean? If my partner has a traumatic experiences, these are things I should know before I enter marriage.
Yes.
That you had a disappointment with someone. How far have you gone? How far have you healed?
How were you able to handle it?
How far have you, because it will bleed on you.
Yes.
You don't trust your parents. Yes, it will bleed on you. Your partner will bleed on you.
And in the process of bleeding on you, you may be injured.
Yes, you will be injured. The injury is just certain. So it's the two injured people now making a hard work, wanting to make something work. There will be a breakup. So eventually divorce, eventually a walk away, eventually a separation. Oh, it's not working for the two of us. Somebody was damaged that was not repaired.
And I think we needed to also be sensitive to some things. When you see some people put on some certain reactions, maybe in a relationship, you now notice some people probably they shout or they scream or the way they react when they're angry or their actions. Learn to pause. Know what the cause is. It's better it starts in marriage. You understand? Where is this coming from? From courtship, Joe. Where is this coming from? Let the both of you sit down, dig down. Because some people feel because some people feel that they've handled this issue, not knowing that they've blocked it.
Yes.
They just put it somewhere and they just moved on. And to them, they've healed. They are healed. You understand?
Actually, we've not learned how to heal. That's what I've observed.
Exactly. So we needed to dig deep into why do you act like this? What is wrong with you?
Is it upbringing?
Yes.
Is it some
Let's go down to the root. Let's go down to the root. What is the problem? How was your upbringing? Like, talk. That is what courtship is meant for, and not for what's it called? And not just for we go to eat tomorrow, we go to swimming pool next tomorrow. As much as those things too are good, they are not bad. But let's deal with what might deal with us when we get married. Yes, now.
Because that's the teacher in the marriage.
Yes. Deal with what might deal with
become
you.
your teacher.
Yes. Deal with what might deal with you when you get married.
Yeah.
And not deal with what you can bring into your marriage. You just spice it up once in a while, and euphoria will just end up like that, and you still come back to square one. So
we also have a marriage is not a dumping site.
Yes, so
it's
not a dumping site.
That dumping site just make me have a picture of an average dumping site where you have all those spoiled food, even where an average psychiatric patient sit down there to schizophrenic patients sit down there to do one or two things. It's not a dumping site.
It's not a
where
dumping
people
site.
goes and smells. It's not a dumping site. So what are those things that we are talking about that cannot be dumped in marriage? Your disappointment cannot be dumped in marriage. It's like my parents never showed me love. I'm coming to marry to be loved. Massa, that's not it all.
Or my father was not nice to my mom. So my coming to this marriage, any man that is not going to be nice with me,
you don't dump your aggression in marriage.
No,
don't. My mommy and my daddy's relationship don't work. There is a way you can channel it though. Like, okay, my mom and my dad's relationship did not work well, and so we suffered. How can I make this marriage work? Or not this work well?
Neglect.
If a man try
I will deal with this person. Don't bring all those negative vibes. Don't bring all those things. It's not called for.
Or this fear of I don't know what happened to my mommy and my dad. You are still dumping. You are still dumping. You are still dumping. So we really need to understand how we are dumping what we are dumping in marriage.
Yes. And there are times we unconsciously dump too.
Yes.
There are times we unconsciously dump too. So ability to consciously know that this thing I am doing, I'm dumping it here. And if care is not taken, it's going to come back and smell to me.
To my face.
Smell back to my face. So ability to pick it and say, I shouldn't allow this. Or I shouldn't allow this person. Okay, for example, now some people will say my partner is my suko. But in the presence of you thinking your partner is your suko, be careful of you go to work and you come back, you are stressed or some things happen at work. Even if you must pass it to your partner, there should be a way you pass it. Not like coming home and maybe just say, no, daddy, now don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. What is all this nonsense? And you just poured all those rubbish. You just poured it.
And that is where why marriage is not a dumping site. That's okay, even though I was disappointed outside. Not even something you are bringing from your past. Even something in the present.
Yeah. Even maybe at work.
Yes.
Ability to be able to just, just get over. Maybe you can just get home. Yes, you can point. You can talk to your partner.
Talk to him about
like you talk about
but not displacement of
aggression. Not displacement. Those are the unconscious things you dump. Yes.
I think we don't need to keep damaging ourselves in marriage.
We don't. So all because you feel this person is a champion and you can take. If you will keep telling you, or she will keep telling you she can take everything, but the day she will burst out, you'll be shocked at what you get. So she don't be.
I think before we go to marriage, the last one, let's just explore this. That one just came to my mind. Like not having rights of winning an argument. Marriage is not the place where you have to be the one to carry the trophy of this argument we just had. I won. I'm the winner. They now declare the winner.
So maybe you can say marriage is not competitive.
Yes,
it's not a place of competition.
No.
You understand now? Like okay.
You won me yesterday. Yesterday, that's what you know. Couple saying 1-1.
Yes, so 2-1. I do me, you do me, I do you.
No.
It's not healthy.
It's not.
It's not healthy.
It's not. You can have a peaceful conflict.
It's not healthy. Whichever angle we are coming from.
No, it's not.
It's not healthy. Okay, fine.
Maybe I have to get back.
Maybe we are playing games. Maybe those are just playing games. Maybe we can
Indoor
play
games
Ludos and all of those ones.
That one is...
But like you have a dispute, and you feel like yesterday when you talked to me, you said this. So today When you said it immediately, I poured it back to you.
Yes.
And so it's now
and the husband or the wife is wondering, why are you doing this? I said, anyway, I just did my own back.
Exactly.
Ah, it's childish.
It's not healthy. It's not healthy for a marriage.
It's not. It's not a place of competition.
Yes, it's not. Because if you have a mindset that
it's not.
I am you, you are me. I am you, you are me.
You don't compete.
You won't compete.
Yeah, it's a selflessness. And you know, this competition of I was forced to know how to drive in this house.
No, it's not so. It's not.
Me, I have business orientation than you.
When we are meant to compliment ourselves.
I can read books, so I know people that will tell me, I read books a lot, I read books a lot. My husband just sit down there, don't do anything. My wife just sit down there, don't do anything. No. The only thing she does is to clean the house. They say, no, master.
No, it's not. So.
Find time for them.
It's not a place of competition for no reason. It's not a place because even for someone that is not your partner,
competition is wrong.
Competition is not right.
Yeah.
Not talk of when it's someone that is your partner that you claim to love. We have to invest into ourselves. We are to compliment ourselves, not the other way around. Not trying to prove a point, not trying to create an impression like you are less, I am this. No, it's not.
Then I think we move to it's not a place of gender competition, which seems to be the capital letter of every divorce and and breakups. Gender competition
is not though.
It's for gender competition.
A man is different from a woman.
And complementation.
A woman is different from a man. Me, I'm not coming from whatever angle you want to come from. You know, there are some sisters. I'm not talking to random sisters. I'm talking to spiritual sisters. So nobody should watch this YouTube channel and start talking things. There are some sisters that I'm talking to spiritual sisters. That's when you ask them, who are your spiritual parents or who is your spiritual head? You say they may call one man's name. Do you have a spiritual mother? They'll tell you, no, I don't have. And when you ask them why, I remember God told me that I carry the spirit of Elijah. You just pointed. You just shake the table. I was waiting for you to say something. I was like,
I don't carry Deborah's anointing. Sorry.
and you are unfortunately maybe you are a woman asking that question and you'll be wondering, but you are still a woman. You say yes.
But the wise.
The Lord told
they are doing transgenderism.
Stylishly touching some realms of Paul the Apostle. Excuse me, I won't make you feel you can't touch it even as a woman. I won't make you think a woman can mentor you in that aspect of your life. I won't make you think it just must be a man. I won't make you think you won't make you feel more comfortable talking to a man than talking to a woman.
I've been trying to study transgenderism. I think they're trying to enter transgenderism from the spiritual realm. And I'm sure that part they are trying to come from. Holy Spirit will send them back.
That's the truth.
No, I made them male and female.
Because the truth of the matter is, you are not a man.
No.
And in a home, you must respect and be submissive to your husband.
One head though.
You know, I was telling her today that I'm still trying to figure out things. I've not really gotten what the Holy Spirit was trying to tell me yet. But fine, let me just place it. If you marry a man that you don't respect, if you marry a man that you can't respect, it's like you taking poison in bits. You're taking it in bits. You pitch a poison, put it in your mouth. You're taking it bit by bit. So if you are single, if you just know that you don't respect this man, don't bother.
Yes, sir.
Don't just leave him. Just be friends and just move on. If I don't be friends with him, for your own good, don't just be friends with him. Just move on. But any man you can't respect, just let it be.
Like we have addressed,
because a head remains a head. Though.
Yes, so like we have addressed the spiritual sisters. I think the sisters that don't even really not having this understanding of I have Elijah anointing, but they have this masculinity, you know.
Yeah.
They have this masculine nature.
Yeah.
They there are some
women
call them tomboy.
Yeah. You know? And even apart from that tomboy that you just said.
They have a heart of a man. They say they have a heart of a man. They are bold. They are strong. Choleric used to appear like that anyway.
And you feel like being a woman, you can't be bold.
No,
you can't be
you are
strong.
getting something wrong.
Something is missing up. It's just not right somewhere. And being a woman, you don't need to start proving what you can do. I can do in this house.
No, that's the gender competition. Marriage is not gender competition. I can do.
You are the wife. Does not make you less of who you are. But it is instructed in the Bible that you should be submissive. Submission and respect can't be detached from each other. And being submissive does not mean you shouldn't be able to sit back and talk. You shouldn't be able to express your mind. You shouldn't be able to. You should be shut down. No. Be submissive.
Where a man should not take a woman
for granted,
still under the umbrella.
Because there are some men that they will tell you, dear, can you please excuse us?
Why you let the table stand.
I know some people can stand.
Breaking the leg.
The woman will like, why?
What's so confidentiality?
These are men talk. Okay.
Somebody chatted me and said, can a woman hide secrets? I just smiled. I said, like I have someone I want to talk to about it. Do I have the time?
So, I think that's
shocking though.
Well, women too do that though, but men too, they have this impression of if I tell you don't, you can't understand. You can't understand. If you know she can't understand, why not
you marry her?
Sorry if you don't understand her. Why not bring her up to that stage of your own understanding that you feel?
Most men will tell you, how can I come
down to her level?
Bro, you are not anywhere.
The first thing is
coming down anywhere.
That thing you feel that you have that make you feel, why can you come down?
It will drain.
Does it even have it at all? One, because if you have it in the first place, you won't go to her. You won't. You won't be attracted to her.
Seen a woman of your own
standard. Yes.
Standard.
So the truth of the matter, let me explain. Let me give you a diagnosis. What actually happened to you was you were at the same level, but you now use ego to step up. But does not still change the fact that you are at the same level.
Climb the ego.
So unfortunately for because she's a woman, there's this no ego thing. And I won't now join with low self-esteem. Now make it look like she's so less of you. But the truth is you're actually at the same level. Let them remove that ego out of you. You just see that both of us are there. Yes, because two people of the same type has a way of pulling themselves together.
Yeah, there's an attraction.
Yes, so don't be forming this attitude of you won't understand. Don't worry. I understand. You are even the one that is sick. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I think we should make an emphasize on gender completion.
Yeah. Yes. Now.
There should be a complementation. We should be able to complete each other. You complement and complete each other.
Yes.
Instead of competing.
Yes. There's no point proving one point. But ability to be able to say, they are still alive, Jerry. Those very good couples. These couples, if you go to their house for probably counseling or anything, you know what they'll tell you? If the husband is not at home, the husband will tell you. If the wife is not at home, the husband will tell you, my wife is not home. Can you wait for a bit? She needed to be in this conversation. Since I used to wonder, can't you single-handedly talk? But when you now meet the woman, when she comes, when both of them now sit down and they are talking,
you understand they complete and complement each other.
My father. See, it's complimenting, not striving to be what you are not. No matter how you start doing tomboy, no matter how you don't wear bra and the breast is already flat, and you now wear something that make it more flatter, that might make you look like someone that have what's it called?
Flat 6 packs.
6 packs. It now make it look like not that six pack. It does not still change the fact that you still have vagina. So if I'm too I'm so sorry. But it does not change the fact that you still have vagina. That's the truth of the matter. So it's sickness. And you need solution. So
Thank you for your time. It's been a wonderful time with us.
yes.
So let me just go through what we said.
Okay.
Marriage is not a place of expectation. It's not for the lazy. It's an hard work. It's not an emotional field. It's not for selfish people. It's not a place of self-discovery. You should have had that before you enter. Not a place of healing traumatic experiences. It's not a place of having your rights and winning. It's not a place of competition, and not the place of gender competition, and it's not a dumping site. Thank you.
So thanks for listening. See you soon. Bye.